And we are live. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Awesome. Awesome. So I'm wicked stoked because the team is forming. And when I say the team, I don't mean the general Get Shit Done community or the people in the Get Shit Done Facebook, but like the team of people that are working on creating, on building Get Shit Done is starting to form. And it just so happens that you two are key members of that team. And the other key member of the team, I believe, is Ganesh, who
Cool.
You've both, I think, at least heard of.
Yeah, I've
Ganesh,
interacted with him a bit.
Yeah, he's in India, and I've been trying to figure out a way to work with Ganesh for a year or so. We've had kind of like a few false starts on projects. It just didn't, things didn't quite synchronize. And so I guess so I have like a triple positive focus, man. So first of all, the team is forming, and I'm wicked stoked to like get us all together and like start meeting and creating something awesome here. Eric, I mentioned to you before you jumped on, Curtis, it feels kind of like we're building a co-working, a virtual co-working network. Like we're building a team, a group of networked, interconnected entrepreneurs that like work together and encourage each other to work together and to push through the hard shit, right? The resistance. Either push through it or move the resistance out of the way. And so it's really, really exciting. So I'm very appreciative and happy that you guys show up and that you want to be part of this. And I'm really, really excited to see how it moves forward, because it's kind of like we're building a gym. Okay. Like we're building a gym together, except it's a gym for entrepreneurs and it's for your business instead of your body. And you guys are the first people on the team. Like it's really rad. So I'm super stoked about where we're going and what we're doing. I had my first, not my first, I had my 48th birthday party last night. So I turned 48 yesterday, and 24 hours prior to the party, I decided that I was going to throw a party. I did a last minute impromptu happy birthday nacho party, and like 16 of my closest friends and family that live locally all came, and I got, well, one of our big fans of the Get Shit Done show, Jeff Levine of Silk City Hot Sauce, showed up with his family, and they brought me 8 hot sauces, like the whole lineup. Or 7 hot sauces, and I got another 5 hot sauces in the morning from my girlfriend Liza, so I got 12 hot sauces for my birthday. So I was really excited about that.
Nice.
And yeah, it was just really, really great. It was a super awesome birthday party, and very family friendly. And I'm still on 75 hard, so no alcohol. And which I'm not doing any alcohol for the entire year outside of 75 hard. I decided on the 1st. So that's good.
Great.
So anyway, those are some of the things I'm stoked about this morning. And then I'm going to I'm doing a sauna with my buddy Joel a little bit later today. So it's gonna should be a nice day. What about you, Curtis? What are you stoked about this morning? What are you happy about?
Well, it snowed out here in Ontario, which is kind of cool. Last night it was like a snow slush. It was pretty slippery. We're out and about doing some errands, so I'd be super careful. This morning, taking the dogs out, they like peeing on the large snowbank. I don't know, when every snowbank they walk by, they got to pee on. It's just so funny.
How much snow did you get?
Maybe an inch or 2, maybe, not much. That's all fluffy stuff, so it's like doesn't seem as much. And then for what else I'm excited about is I got the weekend off. I got some work done, getting some shit done here in my business, and I did my podcast this morning before doing this one. So,
all right, getting shit done.
Yeah,
nice. How's your podcast going?
That's good. I tried to get my other partner to come out earlier, but he wasn't able to. Then he says, "Where are you?" It's 8:30. He's like, "I had to start early. I have another one at 9 to do today." So I didn't want it to go too far overlapping between the two. So he wasn't able to join earlier. I tried to get him on, but I didn't want to. I just did it on my own.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it works, dude. I've done a lot on my own too. You know, like like it's nice when everybody syncs up and it all works out, but sometimes you just gotta deal with the change. This is what we're gonna be talking about today with TikTok.
Right.
Awesome. How about you, Eric? What are you happy about this morning?
Okay, so positive focus. Something that I notice when this comes up frequently when I'm going to sit down to focus on work, doing the things that I need to do to drive me forward in my business. I feel a lot of confusion and resistance, and I'll be kind of scattered with my efforts and not super effective. And I've noticed that hypnosis session that you created for me, that we live streamed the other day,
2 days ago.
2 days ago, is super effective. Okay, so that day, I had a super focused work session that night. I got a bunch done and just plowed through it with really clear, like extreme mental clarity, and yeah, like more so than normal. And I didn't think anything of it until you brought it up, like that happened the same day as the hypnosis session. I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, yesterday I was feeling really kind of just clouded. I knew I had a bunch of work to get done. It just felt like a big jumbled mess. And I sat down, I was just like, and then I thought, okay, before I do anything, I'm just going to sit down and do listen to the hypnosis session. And I did that. And then that whole just kind of cloud lifted. The resistance was gone. The confusion was gone. And I got some really good work done. And it wasn't just doing the work. It was like coming up with new ideas to do it differently and better, which was really cool. So like an example, I have a lead and he's really interested and it was wanting an ebook on the product that I work with. My first thought was like, well, I don't have an ebook. I can send you the same video I send everybody. That was my first thought. And I was like, I wonder, what resources I might be able to find. So I just poked around on my phone a little bit and remembered that I had this old Google Drive document that a friend that I was collaborating with in my business, in past years that kind of fell off the radar, had gifted everybody in the team this Google document with, it's just like a treasure trove of resources for our, like specifically for our business, webinars, webinar graphics and testimonials and just all kinds of stuff, just rabbit holes and different rabbit holes where you go click on one and it opens up into all different other areas. And I haven't even started to look through I've just barely scratched the surface of what's in there. Anyway, so I found not only a really nice ebook on our product to send to my friend, but I also found a bunch of great updated comp plan graphics for that I can use in the webinar that I'm creating now. And why that's important is, well, the company that I'm working with changed its pricing and the comp plan's a little bit different. We actually get paid more than like the old graphics were a little bit outdated. It was close enough to kind of give people the idea, but it was not completely accurate. Now I have, and they were sort of blurry and not crisp and clean. Like they had gotten copy and pasted so many times that,
quality.
But now I have really nice, crisp, clear, new graphics to use with all the updated pricing and what we actually get paid. And they're much more in depth. It was like the exact graphics that I was looking for that I wasn't able to find and would have taken me a long time to create on my own.
That's awesome, dude.
Yep. So that's my positive focus.
I have a really cool idea about that I want to share. But before I do, we've got a new fan.
All right.
Zim Wizard 710. What's up, Zim Wizard? I like your name. I think you're coming in from YouTube. What is this show? Just stumbled upon it. Zim Wizard, you are in the right place at exactly the right time. Because if you're an entrepreneur and you suffer from low productivity, feeling overwhelmed, not getting as much done as you want to, procrastination, then you need to get shit done. So anyway, you're on the Get Shit Done show, episode 19. We do this every day, starting on January 1st, 2025. You can join us at getshitdone.com. It's a productivity cult for entrepreneurs. We train entrepreneurs to get shit done. So if you want to get more shit done, go to getshitdone.com and join us. So this resource bundle, this magical resource thumb drive folder that you discovered, how long ago did you get it?
Oh, over a year ago. But the cool thing about Google Drive documents is they're constantly being updated.
It's a Google Drive folder. It's not a physical thing. It's a digital. So
yeah,
and the person that gave it to you is in Kagan.
Yeah,
and she just happens to be organized and like sharing the resources.
Super organized and sharing the resources. Yeah, that's one of the cool things about our communities. It's like everybody's just sharing resources and supporting each other in that way. It's
what
not
if,
like
what if you did, dude?
Yep.
So what if you did this
Mm-hmm.
or something like this? So
Okay.
so like off the top of your head, I want you to just name off a list of the different resources that you noticed that were in this drive, this Google Drive folder. Just like off the top of your head, list a few of them that you saw.
Okay. Yeah, off the top of my head, there's a whole bunch of already made webinars. I mean, I'm making my own
Like
here
Keynote
moving forward.
files or PowerPoints?
No, like video presentations.
Okay,
yeah.
great. So videos you can reverse engineer or that you could possibly download and post somewhere or something like that.
Exactly. Right.
Great. Okay.
Um,
And this is all free to use. Like everyone's cool with anybody using any of this stuff. This is like
right. I mean, for me to share it with other people, I would, obviously get permission from the person who shared it with me.
no, I mean like what I mean is can you take one of these webinars that's in the folder,
Yep.
download the video file, upload it, edit it a little bit, and then put it in your Facebook group.
Exactly. Right.
Can you do that? Or
Yes.
just download it and upload it and put it straight in your Facebook group if you want.
Exactly.
Can you do that?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, so it's free to use
Yes.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, good. All right.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of webinars, like at least a dozen or 24 of them. And there's webinar graphics. Like if you didn't want to create your own webinar slides, there's like at least 4 different sets of graphics or whole slideshows already made. I'm making my own slides. But then there's also graphics for the comp plan that you can
Cool.
splice into your own slides.
Dude, I'm sure that there are many other ways to do this now.
Yep.
But there's one website. It's a little weird, but it's great. It's called Deepgram.
Okay.
My friend Teddy Garcia, I think, told me about it.
Mhm.
Deepgram, you can go and get a transcription done
Oh, cool.
of a video or an audio file.
Yep.
It spits out it's real simple. It's free. It spits out a clean transcription.
Cool. What's it called again?
Deepgram.
Deepgram.
But it's a little weird. It's like it makes you like enter this weird challenge and like makes you kind of go through like a 3 or 4 step process that seems like a game kind of.
Oh, okay.
So like expect the interface to be a little unusual, but
All
like
right,
find
yep.
the place where you do the transcription and just do it.
Yeah.
Let me know if you run into a problem, but like you could take the video from somebody else's webinar but like you redoing the webinar is going to be way better than you just posting somebody else's webinar. Okay.
Right.
But posting somebody else's webinar is better than not posting. So you could just put somebody else's thing up, but you could also take the webinar, run it through Deepgram, right? Do the transcription, turn that into your outline, give it to ChatGPT, have that turn it into an outline for you.
Right.
You work on slides and bam, now you fill in the blanks and you've got the whole thing done and it's already from
Right.
a proven webinar format.
Yeah, I mean, that would work great. At this point, I have a pretty good outline for the webinar that I'm creating on my own. But that is
Just
really
as an
good.
example though.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, and then some other resources in there. There's a whole treasure trove full of testimonials from
Yeah, so check
various
this
people,
out,
which
dude.
is really cool.
So here was my idea. My idea
Hmm.
was, and I know you're already busy enough with your Pure Path to Prosperity group, but like my
Yep.
idea was to actually create a school group
Hmm.
and maybe even call it like the Kagan community or something.
Yep.
Or again, you could call it H2O. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like that would also work. But like basically, with all these cool resources, these are all potentially resources that you could give away at the 9 levels of rising through in school. And
Yep.
so what if you had a free Kagan community that was for anyone in Kagan or anybody thinking about joining Kagan, that was just
Yep.
like the most inspiring place to get Kaganized?
Yep.
You could call it Kaganized. And then you interview all the top leaders in there, and then you put all of these super awesome resources, you stack them up, and so you train your prospects to be engaging in the community, which they kind of need to learn how to do anyway if they expect to be successful online. They like that you need to figure out how to run ads and be engaging on social. Like that's kind of the deal, right? And by taking all these awesome resources that exist, but making them available for consumption in a more effective way, right? So that your group is the place that everybody wants to invite their people. But as a result, anybody that's signing up to Kagan New is going to come through you. But anybody that's signing up, through all the other people, they've already signed up through all the other people, and then they refer. So it's just like, it's a way of creating a referral network that might just like, if all of your other Kagan upline people are doing Facebook groups and you do a school community, who do you think's gonna, like, you're gonna have the better thing, man? Like, right? You're creating a better castle or whatever. So anyway, consider how you could use this like amazing treasure trove of resources. And I would start by interviewing the woman that created the resource or the resources together. Like really give her credit.
Yeah, exactly.
But that would be a cool thing to do. Anyway, something to just think about.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea.
So Curtis, this is your second Get Shit Done show episode.
It is. Sunday's my day.
Talk to us. Like, what has happened in your life and business in the last week? Number one, what shit did you get done this week?
So this week, getting shit done wise, Sunday's my productive day mostly. Then during the week, I was on a couple of a new program from school that has a affiliate marketing portion to it. It's a new group. I don't know. Should I say the name? Is that okay?
You can say whatever you want. Yeah, this is a wide open. Something cool. Feel free to talk about it.
Yeah, it's Ultimate Income Community. It's done by George Wickens. It's pretty cool. The free system to start. All you got to do is sign up for the 3 programs that he recommends, which you got to pay for 2 of them, right? One's the OLSP program and one's for Get Backup. And then the third one is Udemy. It's like traffic thing for solo ads. So I did that a couple weeks ago, about 100 clicks. Surprisingly, got 51 people off a solo ad. So I was pretty surprised about that.
Got 51 opt-ins.
Yeah, 51 opt-ins. And of those 51, I think 7 people joined because of it. So it's pretty decent, I thought. But
meaning paid.
Nothing yet. Because I only have the one. I didn't get the Get Backup. I didn't pay for that yet.
What did they join?
So they joined the school community first. That's the first one. Because the way the funnel works is you join the community, Ultimate Income, and then they try to get you to sign up for OLSP, which is an affiliate program from Wayne Crow. Then that's $7 to join that. Then they have one link and the whole explanation there. I don't want to go through that or not. It's an affiliate program from Wayne Crow that you go through, and it's one link and it has multiple factors. So when he sends out emails, once people sign up into it, he sends out emails every day about all sorts of programs and different webinars he's doing, so people get on the list. So just quite a bit there. And then Get Backup is just like 6 terabytes of data. It costs $10 a month, but when you first sign up, it costs $40 because they want you to be a part of the affiliate program and then buy the third-party backup, which you can actually opt out. So it's only
What are you talking
$29.99.
about? Data.
No, you have
Like,
your
why would
backup drive, the backup drive system for cloud storage.
Okay.
That's what
That's
it is.
what's being sold.
That's like a reoccurring income of $10 a month after the first month. So
Okay. Well, one way or the other, you did a solo ad. 51 people opted in, but nobody bought anything.
no, but 7
Okay,
are in the
cool.
membership area. So
All right. So
Yeah,
you ran a
yeah,
solo ad. You got some more opt-ins. Cool. Great.
Yep.
Rock, and you're checking out a new affiliate program to see if it like resonates more and is cooler.
yep. And then I signed up for their plus one. And then I have a Go High Level account, and he's populated with some of his funnels that are like crazy looking good. But I
Cool.
haven't sent any traffic there just yet because I had to go through and change some of the stuff he put in there because there were some little errors in it. So I know how to do that because I worked with Go High Level before, some of the funnel stuff. And the coolest thing I found this week out was with Go High Level, you can actually add a Printful store into Go High Level, and they can do your all the CRM stuff, so all the phone numbers, names, all that stuff. I just found it. I just didn't do anything with it yet, but I thought it was a really cool option because I do have a Printful account. So let's see if I can try to link that
What's
up.
Printful, like a print on demand?
Print on demand. That's correct. Yeah, it's a print on demand.
Cool.
You know, I've been wanting to do some get shit done swag, and I it's been so long since I looked up like what the good print on demand options are that are out there.
Well,
So
with
like,
Printful, it's both in Canada and the US. So they have printing locations in both countries. So
Okay.
you don't, for the exchange rates and stuff they can give, if you're in Canada, you pay the Canadian price, not the US price. So they adapt to where you live. So say your shirt's $20
yeah,
US. So in Canada, it'd be like 25, and it'll show you the price in Canadian dollars rather than US.
Cool.
You don't have to do the conversion, which is kind of cool, I thought.
interesting.
And
All
they
right,
ship
cool.
from Canada and they ship from the States. They're not like shipping from US. You gotta wait for customs. They actually have a print location here in Canada and print station in,
Cool.
Oh,
I guess,
cool.
a few around the world, but most of us just do North American stuff because it's easier.
Nice. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So Curtis, let's circle back with you. Okay.
Okay.
So you you ran a solo ad, got 51 opt-ins, ran a test. Good. You are exploring this new affiliate program to see what you think about it. Awesome. Let's come back to what are you trying to actually accomplish here? And so here's what I'm going to do. I
Okay.
think so we're going to be getting many of the Get Shit Done community members on the Get Shit Done show as interviewees and as co-hosts.
Yep.
And you're kind of both right now. And
Yep.
so we're going to focus between episodes on like you staying on point, all of us staying on point with what we're actually trying to accomplish, what our goals are, like a year goal, 90-day goal. Like, what are you actually trying to do? And are you actually making progress in that direction, or are you getting distracted? Right. And so I'm going to start asking the same question over and over again, which is, okay, Curtis, we're having this conversation a year from today. What's changed in your life? What has happened that would allow you to feel happy, to be satisfied with the progress that you've made, both personally and professionally? Basically, what's your year-long goal? Like, what are you actually trying to get done in the next year?
Ideally, what I want to do between now and then, I guess, January 19th of 2026, I guess.
That's it.
Yep. So I would like ideally to have a business that have an income that replaces my current monthly income. So then I can start thinking about maybe it's time I can move on and just work from home type thing. I figure a year would be long enough to get that off the ground. And if not, then I'd be willing to keep doing it until it happens.
Okay,
I've
dude,
done before.
let's just that's good. That's real solid. It's like, look, I want to replace the income from my job with my business so I can work from home full time.
Yep, that's right.
Right? And spend more time with your family. Like, right? So great. And specifically, okay, like let's do this, dude. Like right now, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna spend the next year or less, right? Getting to like as soon as you can, and you can do it in less than a year. Okay. Like you could probably do it in 30 days if you made the decision, just to be clear. Okay. is you're going to replace your job income with business income. And so the first thing I want you to do is realize that you have to make about 50% more than you think you need in order to
Right.
pay for your taxes. Okay. And or miscellaneous like basic expenses that are going to come out. So if you need to make $10,000 a month, you actually need to make $15,000 a month. Okay. So what is your current take home monthly income on average for you personally? No, I know your wife works too, but just you personally on average between your full-time job and if you take on some side shifts consistently with doing anything else. I know that you sometimes do some part-time work too. Like what do you bring home per month on average?
About five grand.
Great. So then if you need to make $5,000, you need to actually like, you might as well aim for 10 grand.
Right.
Like it's really like 8. You know what I mean? If you're going to aim for 8, you might as well aim for 10 anyway. Like that would make a huge difference, right?
Cool, yeah.
Like, so what, but you need to decide on what your monthly number is, not me. So for you, what's the most important resonant number for the, like the big milestone, right? The big goal.
The big goal right now is to replace the income to start. I will still keep on the 5,000. The 5,000 mark is my key that I like to get to first.
Right.
And then from there,
no, I got that. No, Curtis, what I'm saying is you need to make more than 5,000 to make 5,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So
10. Like minimum 7,500.
Yeah.
Right. But you could also aim for 10 if that is a smarter number for you to aim for. I'm asking you, what's your number that you're aiming for?
No, 8,000.
Great. 8,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
Great. 8,000 Canadian per month on average. Now, how many months in a row do you need to be doing that for you and your wife to be confident that it's time to quit your job? And I know you can't fully speak for her. You should check in with her on that. Honestly, is you should say, look, how many, if I'm making 10 grand a month, how many, or 8 grand a month, how many months in a row do I need to do that before you would be confident with me quitting my job?
6 months. I would say 6 months for sure. Great.
Have a conversation. Have a conversation with her too, and then whichever of you has the longer amount of time, choose that one.
Go down. Okay. Yep.
Okay. That like
definitely.
And so especially because you guys have a kid, like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of factors. You're not like you're not dumb about your like rapid fire decision making. So you seem pretty meticulous. So you're focused on getting your business up to 8 grand Canadian a month.
Mm-hmm.
What are 3 big things that you know you should be doing or could be doing better? What are the 3 big activities on a regular basis that you should be, maybe daily or as close to daily as you can, that you should be doing in order to get your business to that point? Like, what are the things that you currently can see, that you're currently aware of, that need to be done in order to move that forward?
Okay. So currently I do post every day through a scheduling service. So I would say I would have to do another one, either live or another post like me working or doing something related to what I'm doing in the day, like my documenting my journey more so, because I have I've done it before and I do quite well with the stories for Facebook. Sorry. And I've gotten more viewers and more people who actually subscribe to the channel by doing that. And then for some reason I fall off the consistency train, let's say, and then I do something different.
You fall off the consistency train.
Yeah, because I find something else I want to try, and then I leave something else behind, right? So that's one of the things I sometimes forget. I do know if I write it down, I do have it like a reminder sheet. I happen to do it more often than if I don't do that. It's just one of the things. And also if I put my alarms on, say, hey, do this now. Say, oh yeah, it's 7 o'clock. I got to do this thing. It works. The calendar thing's okay, but I just find the calendar alarm's not loud enough for me. And it dings or whatever it does, and it's like, another vacation, whatever, right? Just
Right.
who cares? Right? Just whatever. It's just something for me. I don't know. Maybe other people are different about their notifications, but I usually get several dozens of notifications, so it's kind of like, yeah, another one. I'll check it out later. So that's one thing I like to do is set my alarm, and then I start doing the Google Sheet monitoring as well. That worked quite well for me as well. But same issue, just like
All right, hold on, Curtis. Hold on. Let's back up. You're getting you're getting too fragmented. I want to know 1, 2, or 3 critical activities that you need to be doing every day or more frequently that you either need to get better at or you need to start doing. What are they?
Doing lives or reels that are more engaging and fun, and to remember to do a CTA to either the product or join my group.
Number 1.
Yep.
Good. What's next?
Next would be to get better at is the consistency factor by writing things down and then monitoring how I am doing. So like, remember the Google Sheet we talked about before? Write down.
So that is a way that you can, so you're getting confused, Curtis.
Okay.
That is a way, writing things down, blocking out time, setting alarms, whatever your method is, right?
Yep.
And like, is a way that you can start doing the thing that you want to do, but that's not the thing you want to do.
Right.
Okay. Like, fine that you're going to use a different type of alarm system or whatever, but doesn't, like, who the fuck cares? Like, that's what gets you in the zone to do the thing. So what's the thing? So yes, you need to get better at doing more engaging social posts.
Yep.
Right. I fully agree. And there are a bunch of different ways you can get better at that we can discuss. But that's number 1. Get better and do more frequent social posts, right?
Yep.
Yes, I agree. What's number 2?
Getting more of those people who are watching it into my group and joining probably my affiliate program.
And when you say your group, is it a Facebook group?
The Facebook group, the Hardworking Parents Club.
Yeah, the Hardworking Parents Club. Okay, good.
Yeah. Get more people in there, and then from those people.
Well, hold on. No.
Yep. Nope,
so that's like saying what my activity is I need to lose weight.
Okay.
No, losing weight is the result. Getting people in the group is a result of you doing something smart. Okay, so what do you need to do in order to get more people in your group?
Have a CTA in my posts and lives, tell them where to go after, so they'll join the group. So if I do a post,
that'll help. That'll help.
People that will join each day.
So that ties back to do more social posts and use more CTAs in the social posts.
Yeah.
Right. What else can you do to get more people in and engaged in your group?
Join other Facebook groups and talk to the parents in there.
Okay, so basically, like, add more content in other Facebook groups, right? And get known. That's true. So here's one thing you're missing.
Yep.
Okay. One thing you're missing is spending hours a day inside your Facebook group. You, Curtis, are adept. You're good at going into other groups in school or Facebook and basically doing what you're told. Meaning, if there's a way for you to grow or expand or get recognition or win stuff in someone else's framework, you're really good at digging in and like winning or close to it. You know what I mean? Like you go after it. What you are not as good at doing that you could use some improvement in is doing that same work for yourself.
Okay.
And it's almost like it's a little bit like Eric's feeling of he's not ready yet.
Yeah.
Not ready to start the Facebook group yet. Not ready to do the webinar yet. Bullshit. Okay. And so it's a similar thing. And I've seen you do it many times, Curtis.
Yeah.
And so this is something I would like, this is like real deal stuff. This is something I would really encourage you to examine in yourself and consider doing something different. How long, Curtis, have you been trying to make money with affiliate marketing?
At least 5 years, I remember.
Okay. And in 5 years, how much it's such a vague, it's a bullshit question, but like, how much success have you seen doing that?
A little bit, not
Minimal,
much.
right?
Yeah, it's a small amount. Yeah,
So
for the amount of effort anyway.
So watch this. Why?
Mhm.
Why? What do you attribute to that? Because you know as well as I do that there are people that make $1 million, close to, sometimes more,
Yeah.
doing the same kind of stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like during that 5-year span. So like, or certainly at least 100 grand a year, right? As
Yep.
an affiliate. So what? And you are working hard, and you are
Yep.
putting in the time, and you're coachable, and like you
Yep.
show up, and like you're a good guy, like all the things. So like, why haven't you seen more success with this?
It's a tough question. I'm not sure. Well, consistency is pretty good, but maybe it's like just the shiny object sometimes gets in the way. So I flip flop between one thing to the next. So I find one program, I'll do that. I'll go through the entire course, do what they tell me to do, and then it's like, oh, hey, what's this other thing? And I do that, and then I leave this other one behind. So
Yes.
sometimes I find I do that, and that's
Yeah.
where I think I'm tripping myself up a little because
Yeah,
I know that has been probably a big problem for most of the time. Just
Dude.
switching because I do the work that they tell me to do, and I get through it, and I do everything they say. I can set up websites, I can do all email sequences, all the tech stuff I know how to do because I've did so much watching videos and trying to figure it out, playing with whatever. And then when I was working with you, we learned about ClickFunnels and a bunch of other software that we were playing around with, and that was great. But in the end, I may know all this stuff, but the application of it helping me out is sometimes a disconnect.
yeah.
So I know how to do all this stuff, but then there's disconnect. Like, how do I do it for myself? But if someone asks me, "Hey, Curtis, can you do this for me?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." Boom. Here's your website, or here's this, or here's that, and it's good stuff. But to do it for myself, it's a weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just one of those. I don't know if I should do it for myself, or it's a strange feeling that maybe I don't want to be too successful, and then I might be too popular or something. It's a strange. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the strange disconnect between what I know and how I can make money for myself to be a successful person, and then let others know that, hey, I did a great job. I can help you out too. But I'm more willing to help others with what I know rather than help myself with what I know to make it a successful business or to make myself even successful. So that's one of those, maybe it's something there I could probably work on, and maybe you can help me.
Yeah, dude, I think you're spot on. That's very self-aware, right?
Yeah.
And you're in no way alone in this. Like, and these are like conversations that people don't have too often because it's it's like under the surface a little bit.
Mhm.
I would call that not being committed to yourself.
Okay.
And like, or you could also just say not actually being committed to what you're doing. When you're not committed to what you're doing, you get shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
When you are committed to what you're doing, you still see the shiny objects,
Mhm.
but you already have like a destination in mind.
Yeah.
And you're looking for shiny objects to help you get to your destination versus if you're not committed to your destination or not committed to what you're going to get good at along the way, at least, then you'll get distracted by every shiny object that you can afford until you can't afford it anymore.
Yeah, that does
Right?
happen to people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we spend all this money on opportunities and don't truly follow through on any of them.
Mhm.
And then you get distracted by the next one and the cycle continues, right? It's the same thing as yo-yo dieting, right? Same issue, like diet to diet to diet to diet, never lose any weight. It's the same problem.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, a story that might be helpful to you. Well, actually, one thing that I would really recommend,
Mhm.
Curtis, that I think would help you is colleague in internet marketing and a like super brilliant direct response marketer is Frank Kern, right? Like I know Frank. I wouldn't call us like close friends or anything, but like he responds to my messages, But I've learned a ton from him over the years, and I've implemented a ton of his marketing strategies and made a lot of money with them.
Yep.
in my various businesses. The way his brain works is similar enough to the way my brain works that like it works.
Yep.
But he has a free school group called Creators,
I'm in it.
where he gives away a ton of his best old programs.
Yeah.
I would recommend that you get in Creators and that you go through everything he's offering in there, Curtis.
Okay.
Read all of his books, watch all of his videos, go through all of his free stuff. You should totally do it too, Eric.
Cool. Yeah, I just wrote that down
because it's really good. And I mean, the point is that he's not teaching you affiliate marketing, though he does affiliate marketing, and sometimes. Usually when he's doing affiliate marketing these days, it's for go high level. But like, Frank teaches you how to create valuable marketing that people enjoy, and then that causes them to want to buy from you. And what I think maybe you're missing, Curtis, that you should actually just like figure this out, honestly, is I think you need to start selling your own stuff. And I think you need to stop this affiliate marketing thing and going from thing to thing that you don't give a crap about.
Yeah.
Like, I think you actually need to focus on committing to building a business that sells something that you create that you're proud of, and just fucking do it and get good at writing copy, and or good at using ChatGPT to write copy over time. Like, just find a way, or partner with a copywriter or whatever, like find the areas that you need help with and either get better at them or partner with someone who has the skills that you don't have. But like, I just think that you could be a great coach. I think you could really help people with consistency and showing up consistent. And I think that you could get paid well to show up consistently as a coach for people as well.
Accountability type thing, right?
Consistency is one of your strong points. It always has been, as far as I can tell. And like, you keep it simple. You keep it, you know what I mean? You don't like get all verbose or whatever.
No.
Anyway, I think maybe one of the things that you're missing is that you're just not really deeply committed to what you're doing. And maybe if you, instead of focused on the affiliate marketing path, that doesn't mean you can't, like, all the stuff that you've learned is completely applicable. But like, dude, let me just give you an example of how this worked for me. Is that when I first went online, I had my salsa business was about to die because it was more expensive to make a jar of salsa than I could sell it for.
Right.
I was a hypnotherapist, and I was working as a hypnotherapist. I think at the time, I basically quit working my job as a hypnotherapist for my trainer, and I was trying to, at that point, my hypnotherapy business was successful.
Yeah.
I was like cranking, and I had too many clients, and I was going online and trying to study this stuff and figure out how to make money online, so I didn't have to work like 60 hours a week to barely pay the bills, right? And I was like, how can I sell hypnosis CDs on the internet? And like, I wrote a sales letter for the 5 Keys to Permanent Fat Loss, and it sold like 3 copies, and that's all I could do. You know what I mean? I tried a bunch of other things, did not make any money. Tried a bunch of how to make money, like, schemes, right? Like these weird drop shipping things, these, like, I don't know, all the weird schemes that seem like they're sketchy. I tried a few of them and they didn't work, right? And for me, anyway, I wasn't committed to them, certainly. And then eventually, after like The Secret came out at some point, and like seeing all these personal development guys with email lists and looking at all the internet marketing gurus with email lists, and you know this story, but like, I'm telling this differently for a reason, which is my intention was to sell hypnosis CDs online or hypnosis stuff. I wanted to take my hypnosis skill and sell it with info marketing, right? Somehow. I saw Joe Vitale doing it. He was a copywriter, and he was selling hypnotic copywriting ebooks and things like this. And I'm like, I've got to be able to figure this out. And my copy didn't convert, dude. Okay, my copy didn't convert. I was trying to figure out how to sell my hypnosis stuff and how to build a business that like was based on my interests and passions online. I couldn't figure out. I don't know what Curtis is doing.
I'm not sure.
Curtis, I'm gonna just like take you off of here because things just got weird. And just like wave at me when you're back. So what happened was I realized that my copy didn't convert. I tried selling my own stuff a few different times, wasn't working. And I realized I didn't have an email list, but everybody successful that I could see had big email lists. And so the reason that I decided to do a big interview series, aka List Crusade, was because I wanted to learn email marketing and list building, and I didn't have the budget to hire anybody to teach me this stuff. Right. And so when I did all these interviews, at the end of the interviews, they were 30-minute phone interviews, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
They were 30-minute phone interviews with the biggest names in marketing and the biggest names in personal development at the time. And what ended up happening was we would sell their product through their affiliate link, or we would promote their product through their affiliate link at the end of the interview. And usually these are what we would now call low ticket products. Okay. And I started before anybody was even really doing one-click upsells. Okay. So it was like a $47 ebook and some bonuses. Like that was kind of like the kind of stuff we were selling. And I was selling it as an affiliate. Why? Because I didn't know how to write copy yet. I didn't have a team really yet. I was just forming my team, and I was paying everybody on percentage, and we didn't have a lot of money coming in. Like we had 7 guys, myself included, and we were making 10 grand a month in affiliate commissions. So that means everybody made $1,000 a month. And then we had an extra $3,000 left over for like growth and stuff. And that's like when people started getting paid. That was after a long time of not getting paid. Right. And so I had this crew, this team, all virtual, and we were focused on doing these interviews and like supercharging really making our guests look good. And little did I know, but like we're basically doing a audio talk show. And it was like it was kind of the early days of podcasting where nobody even knew if podcasting was actually going to take off or not. And there was like some technical aspects to it at the time that were over my head. And so we didn't podcast. But it was a podcast, right? Point is that like I wasn't trying to make money with affiliate marketing. I wasn't trying to like get into the business opportunity niche. That wasn't the intention. The intention was I'm going to interview these really smart guys so that I can learn marketing and like let me promote their stuff because my copy doesn't convert. And so then we started selling their expensive stuff, and we started making a lot more money with full-length teleseminars. And then I was like, I got to learn how to write copy. And I started testing things more after I built an email list, and then I started improving, and then, people started buying things. And so it looks like Curtis is on his way back. Curtis, are you ready for us to beam you back in? Thumbs up. Yeah. All right. Curtis.
All right.
Sorry. Phone died. So I had to plug it in another one. I had it plugged in, but I guess the charger wasn't powerful enough to keep it going with the video. So
yeah. So look, I'm gonna summarize for you, Curtis, but you should rewatch this portion of the video.
I will.
So basically, here's the deal. Like when I started List Crusade and I interviewed everybody, I wasn't trying to get into the business opportunity niche. I wasn't trying to figure out how to make money, teaching people how to make money. I was trying to learn how to get really good at marketing and learn how to build an email list. And my copy didn't convert. So I was selling other people's stuff so I could learn how to write copy.
Right.
And every time I did a promotion for somebody else, I learned more about what my audience would or wouldn't buy. And so I was on a mission to figure out how to sell hypnosis stuff online. But what happened is, in a way, you could say I got sidetracked for 10 years doing marketing guru stuff. But the reality is that like I dove deep on learning marketing really hardcore for a decade. And then I started up a hypnosis business online afterward, and it immediately became a 7-figure business because of the skill. So I'm suggesting that you do something that you're really committed to, dude. Like, do something more meaningful.
Okay.
Right. And maybe that means as an entrepreneur, maybe it means as like a full-time member of the Get Shit Done team. I don't know. But like, I want you to do something you're fully committed to, so that shiny object syndrome is not an issue, but that when you see opportunities that can help you get to where you're going faster, then you're like, oh, I want that upgrade. I want that enhancement. Right. But you can make an intelligent choice about it rather than getting distracted by a bunch of pie in the sky, grass is always greener BS.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's a very real thing. And so, Eric, what do you have to say about all this?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's interesting to listen to your backstory about how you were interviewing all these people and doing something initially like selling other people's stuff, not because you wanted to sell other people's stuff, but because you wanted to learn the skills involved to sell your own stuff, and seeing how you then took everything you learned through that process and then quickly built a 7-figure business with your own offer. Super inspiring.
Yeah, I wouldn't say quickly.
Wouldn't say quickly. Yeah, okay.
But like in comparison to never building a 7-figure business, it's certainly quickly. You know, and I did it. Yeah, it can take. It can happen quickly. It can happen over a long time. Mm-hmm. But like after learning the skills with purpose for a few years, like then it suddenly became. But it was because I wanted to be able to be an online hypnotist. Like that was the goal. And then I was like, I love marketing too. You know, and along the way, I was like, I'm a really good marketer too. So like, I've always had like this split personality thing going on. But I want, Kurt, I just want both. I want both of you to be like really committed to what you're doing and certain internally about it, because that is the secret key. Like that is the secret.
Yep.
Because like if you're fully committed, it doesn't matter how many times you crash and burn, because you learn from it, you get stronger, whatever, every single time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like failure equals learning if you're committed. Failure equals suffering if you're uncommitted.
Exactly. No, that's true.
You know?
Yep. No, I totally resonate with that. Tellman. So you were just talking about your backstory about how you built a whole lot of success back when things were pretty different back then. You were doing interviews on the telephone and things like that. And you were talking about how all the successful people that you saw had large email lists and things like that. And you wanted to replicate that. And
this is like in the early 2000s. I first officially went online in like 2003, right? Like so this is the era, just so everybody's clear. Yep. So over 20 years ago.
Right, long time ago. Anyway, so now currently I see you're working on some new projects like the Get Shit Done community, and I feel like this is already becoming a successful thing. There's already a very engaged community, but I feel like it's going to scale in time. And I'm curious what has changed now and how are you adapting? And and I guess that kind of, we haven't really talked about TikTok and stuff, which was the title of the live stream today, but maybe we can, if we have time, we can talk about
well, we're talking about, I put that into the description because TikTok just got banned, right, in the United States. Can you still use TikTok in Canada?
Yeah. I checked this morning.
Cool. Oh,
There's not that
cool.
many
So we can have
on it,
Curtis
but-
download all of our Get Shit Done archive
you know
of
what we could do
videos.
is we could keep the Get Shit Done. We could give Curtis the Get Shit Done login,
Mhm.
and we could have Curtis run our TikTok channel. Well,
Totally.
TikTok's banned in the United States, so we got like a TikTok backdoor. Like you can be our like our secret assassin, a secret TikTok assassin, Curtis. That's really funny. All right, I'm into that. Hopefully Curtis doesn't like get kidnapped for helping us sneak into TikTok. But the topic really was
adaptability.
change,
Adaptability,
adapting,
right.
Like there are I suspect tens of thousands of people, at least, probably hundreds of thousands of people whose full-time income came from TikTok.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
And,
Yeah.
whether they're affiliates
Mhm.
or influencers or blah blah blah, a bunch of like 20-something like super influencers on TikTok in America that didn't build an email list are working at McDonald's now. Like, so it's really important. I'm all for actually putting all your eggs in one basket in a certain way, but I wouldn't put them in somebody else's basket. And so just this word to the wise for anyone on the internet who's trying to build a presence or build your business is don't limit yourself to one decentralized channel or one centralized channel and expect things to go well forever. That doesn't mean don't double down on a cool social media platform for a few years. But all of them have gone through periods of great growth and great suffering, like where things go down. All of the platforms, and currently TikTok is going through a great down. And who knows whether it will ever come back in America or not. We don't know the answer to that question. But it doesn't matter what I think. Right now, it's not available. And so what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do when your only source of income just disappears? And hopefully you're going to get smarter. Right? So yeah, we had to Get Shit Done TikTok channel that Eric did a bunch of work on in the past. And at least currently it's out of our hands. Right?
It is.
So adapting to change. Okay, but just to address your question, because this is like more long-term.
Yeah.
Adapting to change.
Right.
So the question is, what's different now? Or
Yeah, what's different? What are you doing differently, or what are you finding that you need to do differently now to reboot your life and build a lot of success that you were doing differently in the past?
Yeah. Well, one thing I have to do is tell my running partner that I'm going to be a few minutes late.
Right.
Just give me a second.
Yep.
So
Nobody could ever guess. Just chilling, branching, and maybe even just practicing your skills.
okay, great. I'll answer this question, then we got to end.
Yep.
So basically, well, then you guys both got to do your commercials, actually. So there are a lot of things that have changed. Some of them are in the world, but honestly, a lot of them are just in my life.
Okay.
I guess in me too.
Yep.
Is that when I started, I didn't have kids, and when I made my first $1 million, it was the year I had my first child. That like flipped a switch in my brain that caused me to get my shit together in a big way where it was not together prior. Having the realization that Jody and I were going to have our first kid. For me, I had an experience of maybe only being able to think into the future for about 30 days, suddenly being expanded to like 3 years. I could see into the future and feel into the future. Whereas previously I was like, just immediately what was right in front of me. and that wasn't something that I forced. It just happened. And so
Interesting,
that was
yeah.
one thing. And I was stressed and nervous and freaked out. And I was like, fuck, like I'm, okay, this is going to be expensive. I like,
Yeah.
and so that adrenaline and stress and anxiety and wanting to be a good father and a good partner and all these things, got me up earlier in the morning and like helped to refocus me. I like, there was something important that to me, and different things are important to different people, but like that was one thing that was different then in my early 20s. And now I have 2 kids and they're both teenagers, and I'm divorced, right? I've been in a wonderful relationship for close to 2 years, which is really nice, but it's radically different than having a household with a partner that we're both working from home full time and raising the kids together. Totally different. And one of the big differences is that when I started my business and started making bank, I had enormous, and that I did not appreciate. I had enormous domestic support to help me take care of my basic needs that I generally wasn't very good at taking care of, i.e. paying the bills, feeding myself, cleaning the house, like a lot of the whatever, like I was not doing most of those things. And I also immediately hired a house cleaner as soon as I could afford it. So there were other factors involved where both I had a partner that was willing to be supportive of me in some ways that I was neglecting in my life, but I got away with it. And now I can't get away with neglecting those things. And I need to keep my own home clean and make my own kids' lunches and bring them to school and pick them up and all the things in addition to running a business and starting a business. So I have a lot more scheduled responsibilities that I don't have any say over now than I used to have. And so that's causing me to become a lot more organized and regimented with the time that I do have available, like almost like militant in a way. Whereas I was more like freestyle, like just do what I want when I want, because I was like moving fast enough and smart enough when I was younger. I don't have that flexibility anymore, or at least not as much. So those are some things that have changed for me personally. However, like I also have started enough businesses online in the last 20 years that I know that I can, like, there's no question about whether or not I can do it. Like, that's not a question. The question is, will this one work? Right? Will this new project, this new offer, this new idea, in this case, get shit done? Is it going to work? I think it is.
Like, I think it is too. Yeah.
It feels really solid. And sometimes you do come on to an idea like at the right time and at the right way, and it resonates. And there's a great deal that I never used to respect this either, but there's a great deal of luck involved. Like, you need to move on the opportunities when they're there. If you don't do that, too bad, you're out of luck. And most of the things that you try might not work, or at least most of the things that I try don't seem to work. But sometimes you hit it just right and it's a home run. You know what I mean? You didn't even hit it that hard. It was like, boom, it goes. And so there's that. The other big piece that definitely has changed that I'm still scrambling to adapt to is the way the email marketing works has changed several times, not just once. And it is the basic philosophy about build a big email list and mail the hell, buy or die. Basically and I adopted this is basically like mail the hell out of your list every single day. sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And if they want to unsubscribe, they can unsubscribe, and you're just going to keep on mailing them until they unsubscribe or they buy or whatever. And you can't do it that way. You have to be more caring. You have to be more elegant, and you have to take care of your list as if it's a like Zen garden. In order for it to be healthy and responsive, and the internet has matured in a way that I think what's actually happening is the short attention span that everyone's under is, I think it's causing such a deficit in personal human connection that's the only thing left that's valuable. We already have all of the information available, like YouTube and ChatGPT. Every question you could ever ask, there is probably a good answer that someone's already come up with that will solve your problem, available to you. It's a magic lamp, dude. Any wish is granted. It's right there, yet we're still stuck. We're still trapped in our same patterns, dealing with the same bullshit, And so it's like, the knowledge was power, but now everyone has the same amount of power, except for TikTok in America. We don't have access to that, but everything else we've got access to. And so it's almost like what's actually valuable is having people that you can count on, and being a person that people can count on, like having actual relationships with people that you trust and will be there. And that means, well, Curtis, for you, what that means is getting into that Facebook group and welcoming every single member personally and engaging in a real, honest, deep, meaningful conversation about them. In Messenger, welcoming them individually. And when I said you're good at going into other people's stuff and doing the work, but not your own, I didn't get to this, which is go be number one in your own group. Okay, like go into the Facebook group and get all the attention by helping everybody and being super encouraging, because that will draw more people into your group. That will cause your existing members to tell their friends and family to come into the group, because you're awesome and you're so supportive and you've made such a supportive group. So like, it's not just about inviting more people in. It's about spending more time taking care of people. It's not just about planting seeds. It's about cultivating the garden. That's what we're talking about. So spend more time cultivating the garden. Like all of us all 3 of us have our own communities, Facebook groups and or school groups and email lists. But like, you don't need that many people if everybody knows that you've really got their back. Yeah, and you really do. Right. So that's some of the ways that it's interesting, Eric, that you asked this, because one of the reasons that I went online was to escape the personal responsibility that I had as a hypnotherapist to like the lives and emotions of my clients. It was just like emotionally too much for me. Okay. And I was like, I'll just sell them CDs and not talk to anybody. And like,
and now you're returning to the connection and community
and having to learn a lesson all over again. So like, don't be a dumbass. Like, you have to care more, not less, dude. Like, So like, if you want, it's kind of like, if you want a responsive list, start by being the most responsive freaking person on the list. Right. You want people to read your emails, you better respond and answer to every email people send you in a really awesome way. Like, that's or whatever. You want a responsive community, be a responsive leader, so, but yeah, that's one of the things is that I feel is a huge shift is like, if you want to have a business that lasts for a decade or more, a lifelong business, like, you need to develop like lifelong relationships with your customers and clients, and that takes putting years of effort in. Yeah, those are some of the things. Yep. Also,
cool.
always learning new stuff, consistently,
learning
like
new
buying
stuff,
new
yeah.
courses, finding new people to follow, like continually having your brain working, like learning new stuff all the time is really important. Just to keep that mental flexibility.
Yep.
It's important for me.
No, it is. Yeah, it's important for me also. I notice I get kind of stuck if I'm not constantly learning.
Yep. That's
Yep.
it. Cool. Well, do you guys want to do your commercials?
Yeah. So I just created a week or two ago this awesome new Facebook community called Pure Path to Prosperity. Check it out on Facebook. Inside there, I'm going to be helping you get out of your own way, how to make your first sale. A lot of people get started with opportunities, make the investment, get stuck in your head, lack the self-confidence, lack the knowledge of what to do, or maybe you even know what to do, but you're not willing to do it. I'm going to help you work through those blockages. Also going to be talking about an amazing opportunity that I'm working with for you to take your life from where you're at currently and all your financial struggles, time struggles, and bring you to where you want to go along the pure path to prosperity. So check it out.
Cool. Awesome. Guys, go join Eric's Facebook group, Pure Path to Prosperity. Learn everything there is to know about network marketing and more. It's going to be so awesome. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
And Curtis,
Yes.
you ready to pitch?
Yeah, sure. So my pitch would be join my Facebook group, Hardworking Parents Club. It's where there's tips on how to be a better parent. I got quite a few dad jokes in there too. Some are good, some are like, oh my god. And then I put my podcast shorts in there as well. So check it out.
Nice.
Great.
That's awesome. All right, guys, if you're a hardworking parent, you want to make some more money, go join Curtis's group. He's going to teach you about affiliate marketing and stuff like that. Rock and roll, guys. This is great. Cool. Well, thank you both for being here. This was a wonderful episode. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to working with both of you a lot this year. And as you were talking earlier, Curtis, I just noticed that there are a bunch of things that you're good at that Eric, I think, struggles with on the technical side.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like on the
Personal relationship.
somehow on the personal, emotional side, I feel like Eric's better at connecting with people in a certain way. So I don't know how it will come to be, or if it will come to be, whether it's something separate from what we're doing together or whether it's within the Get Shit Done world. But I feel like you two might make a very interesting team, or part of it, like you might be able to help each other out. So maybe something to explore in the future.
Cool.
It's because you definitely have different skill sets, but complementary, I feel, which
Awesome.
I guess is why you're both on the Get Shit Done team, right? So
Yeah.
rock and roll. Cool, guys. Well, hey, everybody, if you want to join our productivity cult for entrepreneurs and get more shit done in 3 months than you did all year, go join getshitdone.com. Free community. We're having a free trial for the Get Shit Done community right now, getshitdone.com. So go join us. It's awesome. If you like what you hear today, there's a lot more to come. All right.
Yep.
This is Tillman, Curtis, and Eric. Get Shit Done. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. Over and out.
All right.
Take
Over
care.
and out.
Bye.
Bye.